I'd done lots and lots and lots of research once I decided that I wanted to write scripts, and this kept popping up as the best avenue for new television writers.
I've been working as an actor in the industry since I was about 13 years old. It still was a very daunting prospect for me, and I thought it'd be amazing to have some kind of tuition and some guidance.
I knew a couple of writers who were alumni of it, and they couldn't speak highly enough about it.
I think it's really difficult for newcomers to script writing to find a way into the industry, especially someone like myself who doesn't have a background in acting or writing.
This felt like a great opportunity to learn craft as well as try out ideas in a safe environment.
I'm hoping at the end of the course that I will feel a lot more confident when I get kind of meetings with companies about pitching and writing treatments.
You know, having that incredible collaborative experience with a script editor and really having my writing and my process and technique analysed and questioned and challenged.
What I'm hoping to get out of this is a relationship with fellow writers, because it's very important to be able to share your ideas and your writings with others.
The story I'm developing is one that I'm personally really involved with, and it's just going to be a joy to write, hopefully. I might not be saying that in June, but at the end of it, I hope to have something that I'm just immensely proud of.
So the first weekend was a sort of rapid fire kind of series of masterclasses almost. We were just treated to some fantastic speakers who came in. I kind of practically filled a notebook.
As a new writer to the industry, it's nice to see people who have actually forged a successful career.
They've been able to really disseminate what the heart of story is and what questions we should be asking ourselves as writers in order to get across to the audience.
Also, we've been hearing a lot from the weekend about writing on other people's shows and the experience of being in a writer's room, and you know, that again is something that would be really fascinating and I'd love to do.
Philip got some now very successful writers who'd worked on this course before in to talk to us about how to make the most of it and what it's like starting out in screenwriting.
Taking part in 4Screenwriting was a brilliant launch pad for my career. My script that I wrote on this course got optioned and went into development. As a direct result of this course, I got onto a Channel 4 show called Indian Summers.
Well, I got my first writing credit from one of the script editors who was in the room at the time, and certainly I went to very many meetings where people had read my calling card script, or people had had a recommendation from Philip or from Channel 4, and it really helped to open doors.
Loads and loads of people from Channel 4 came in to talk about what the identity of the channel is and what makes a Channel 4 or E4 drama series.
There's a lot of advice, a lot of information to kind of arm us and ready for our 6 months of writing.
If something comes in and it isn't even necessarily kind of the best told story in the world or beautifully crafted, but you can just see or feel something in the writing that is unique, different, special. It's part of our remit to encourage new, diverse, interesting writers from a variety of backgrounds. So it's an incredibly useful process for us as a channel.
We met up with our script editors and our shadow script editors and chatted through our ideas, kind of the questions we had and concerns we might have had, and they threw up questions to us.
Really focusing in on kind of what would be the one to actually begin to develop for the course.
I did have a few ideas, but most of the ones I had, I wasn't a massive fan of. And then the one I did come up with, I came up with on the weekend and pitched it.
Pitching our ideas and having to really be rigorous about how we pitch them, and I had to really work hard to deconstruct why I wanted to say the idea I wanted to.
Prior to doing this course, I had written a few scripts and had no idea how you could sort of pull them apart and piece them back together. With the help of Lisa and Ash, I've been able to do that.
That was just such an amazing relationship to have these people who were just really available and giving their time and their brains to your idea.
They're an outside eye, but they also know the story really well. They're like a halfway house between being the first audience, but also being on your team as well.
This weekend, we have had segments of our script read out by a group of actors.
So my script was the first one to be read, which was a little bit nerve-wracking actually, just because, it's really only gone between me and 2 other people so far, and coming off the page, you realise you don't have to hammer home a point so much as maybe I thought I had to in my head.
So it was really, really fantastic to hear these words that have been floating around your head actually being read out loud and interpreted in some sort of different ways.
Because the show that I've written is very much about a kind of community of women, it's so important to hear all the different voices and how they kind of work together.
It's been fun, it's been sad, it's been hopeful, it's been every adjective you can think of has appeared this weekend in the script readings.
You just realise how different we all are, and we all write so differently. And although everyone, I feel, is trying to say something pretty exciting and sort of politically charged in many ways, it's all very different styles of scripts.
I think there's a real need for diverse storytelling to be, on our screens, and hopefully, this will propel, us forward and give us that opportunity.
As with every year, really, we've had some really outstanding writers on the scheme and some really great scripts. Some are already working in the industry and doing very well and have had a lot of other work going on, and others are newer and less experienced, and it's their first real experience working with a script editor. And so many of them have really grown in confidence and have just got more belief in their writing, and have often written scripts that they would never have written if they hadn't come on the course. Tonight we're having the drinks evening where we invite as many industry people as possible to meet the writers, and hopefully this is where they make the contacts that are going to give them work in the future.
I've learned so much, and really so quickly. It's been really challenging for me as a writer. I've been really pushed to just re-examine every creative choice. A fantastic professional introduction to the process of TV drama writing.
This course has completely taken me from an absolute novice to someone who now I feel like I could walk into a room, into a meeting, proud of the sample script that I've written, and excited to work on other projects. I've also been having a lot more meetings with production companies in the last few months because they know that I'm on this course. It opens doors and gets you in rooms before they've even read your script, so that's a real plus.
I think it's given me a real overview of how the industry works, what the expectations are, what it's like working to deadlines, and trying to see your script as a starting point for a whole production and seeing where you fit in to that process.
People talk about pitches and treatments and synopses and all these different things. And I think being able to be in an environment where you can say, well, what is that exactly, is really useful.
It's exciting to have a pilot spec script that I feel does really represent the kind of thing I'd like to be writing going forward for screen. It's powerful, to be able to send that out.
One thing I really take from this course is there's no such thing as a bad note. So there'll be notes that you don't agree with, but they're there for a reason, and you try and find the meaning behind the note.
If you're, at any stage in your career really, it'll help you out, but if you're at the beginning like I am, you can think of a better start really.
Hopefully in my career, if I have the opportunity to engage with people like Lisa and Ash for free, I will do so because it's so good. Discussing with someone outside of your own head.
TV was kind of this world that I was so unsure about, and it's been really demystified, and I now feel so much more confident about writing for the medium and having those kind of meetings. They're really honest and they'll give you constructive criticism, but they're also really nurturing and they want you to do well. It has led to a commission for me, which is really exciting, and so it's actually been possibly really life-changing. I think it's been a fantastic process.